Good evening, junkies. Welcome to EminiJunkie.com, your ES Trading Mentor's free trading video for Monday, August 8th, 2011. Today we had a total of 15 executable trade signals for a max potential of 49 ES ticks. This video is for educational purposes only, is intended to highlight our high probability trade setups and give you a feel for the quantity of trades taken each trading day using this approach. A full trading plan and daily live trading room can be accessed via our website at EminiJunkie.com. Okay, we opened up this morning. We had a large gap down, opened up at 1164, and a lot of that had to do with the downgrading of the U.S. government's rating to AA plus status. And the market had the big gap down, but we actually, off the open, we immediately started to push to the upside. And this move was so quick, there wasn't actually any opportunity for us to get on board. We pushed right up near the half gap area within a few ticks of it. And then the market came down through the moving average, gave a signal to get short. We were able to get our first contract off, but the increased volatility in the marketplace actually kicked us out of our secondary position. Ended up getting a T1 minus 2 on that particular trade. And as the market moved off, and I'll just make a point, you'll see this quite a few times today where we did get kicked out. And when the volatility increases like this, you may want to use wider stops, but obviously a wider stops comes with more risk per contract. So you know, just a heads up, I'm going to keep this system as it is through this time of volatility, and we'll just see how it shakes out. There's still opportunity to catch some nice trades here. So the market pushed down, and it came back to the moving average. We had a small extension trade here that actually quickly fired and hit a small little profit target, T2 plus 5, and then the market again started to just kind of go back and forth. It was 10 o'clock, and then we came back through our moving average, had another signal short, T2 plus 9 on that down move. And each one of these swings, it was the market was covering 10 points with about every intermediate term swing that it had there. So most of our profit targets were mutated a bit. We were just trying to get off a little earlier than normal when we were going against these violent moves. But as the market pushed down, you can see we sold off hard. We fell way below the open. This is when you know, the panic first started to set in. Had a little bit of a counter trend bounce. Again, another fast move, another extension. Targets 1 and targets 2 for 10 ticks to that, 10 ticks to the upside, and then we went right up and tested the area that we broke down from. You can see the extreme move to the downside. Another signal short. This one produced targets 1 and targets 2 for 13 ticks to the downside. Put in a little basing pattern, came through our moving average. Targets 1 and targets 2 hit to the upside for 15 ticks. Then we traded back up above the open. Things were looking good. And then right before lunchtime dead zone, we rolled over once again. Had another signal to the downside right before 11:30. Targets 1 and targets 2 for 16 ticks. And then the real panic set in the afternoon and started pushing the markets way lower. We ended up closing down near the lows of the day. We actually had a signal to get short right out of the dead zone. First contract was able to get off, and then it pushed up and just knocked us out of the second piece, T1 minus 2 there. And then, believe it or not, we had a signal to get long right about 1:30, and it didn't even get our first contract off. The speed of the move and the volatility just, boom, immediately stopped us out to the tick. For a T0 minus 14, which led right into a signal to the short side around 137 that hit targets 1 and targets 2 for 10 ticks to the downside. And another quick cross up here, signal long, T1 minus 2. Sorry, that should have been a green letter there. That was a long signal, T1 minus 2, followed by immediate short, T2 plus 9. And then again, we cut through the moving average. Another opportunity on an extension here, T1 minus 2, because we ended up getting stopped out on the second piece of that. And then we pushed down, and this push down was so fast that we didn't get an opportunity to get on that. But as we came back through the moving average, we had another signal long, counter trend, T0 minus 14 on that particular move. And again, it was just due to the volatility. We were stopped out to the tick. You know, even though it looks like a small swing, that was a full stop out, and it wasn't until we came back down to the moving average right around 11:30 from a price standpoint. Had a signal to get short. We had our first contract off, but it bumped again just enough to kick us out. So a little wider stops would keep you in some of these moves, but we have a very specific stop threshold we use in our plan. But it was a very, very active day. The real signals were to the downside all day. We were looking at some full swings in our trading room and trying to hold on to these a little longer. And it is fast, and when you are trading in these markets with extreme volatility, you have to use extreme caution, smaller contract size, and this is probably the first that some of you have seen this type of market movement, and you want to make sure you just proceed with extreme caution. So a lot of trades today, 15 trades, 49 ES ticks. I want to thank you for watching. For more details on this plan, including all the chart setups, or to join our live trading room video newsletter, please visit EminiJunkie.com or just simply click the link at the top of the screen. Thanks, and make it a great day.